My name's Melinda. I'm the one trying to lead this crowdfunding mission to provide sick children with art kits for art therapy purposes. My goal is to raise 100 kits to provide 100 sick children with artistic relief. I'm providing you this video so you can get to know me a bit. It's a little bit awkward. I'm not often used to or comfortable being in front of the video, but I feel very passionately about this project, and I wanted you to hear my story. So a bit about myself. My name's Melinda and I'm a working mom. I'm actually filming this video in my car, coming home from work and getting ready to go into baby zone. Once my baby goes to bed, then I'm going to continue to work on this charitable mission of mine and trying to push it forward. That's a bit about me. What's driving my inspiration to try and get this money and trying to provide children with these art resources is not because I have a sick child of my own. In fact, I'm very fortunate to have a very healthy baby, a wonderful baby, and that's something that I don't take for granted. When my son was just about a year old, he did have a choking incident, and we wound up at Sick Kids Hospital in Toronto. Oh yeah, I should mention that I'm from Kitchener-Waterloo. Good old Canadian girl. Small town Kitchener. And my son wound up at Sick Kids Hospital in Toronto and had to have an emergency operation for an obstructed airway. And I had this moment where I was completely terrified and worried that I was going to lose my son, and this realization that that's a very acute situation, and there are a lot of families and a lot of children that are dealing with that reality every single day. In fact, my cousin's daughter is one of them. Her name is Olivia. She is dealing with cancer now for her 3rd year. It's come back. It's leukemia. She was in remission a few years ago, and now it's come back with full force, and my heart's always gone out to her, but in that moment I just felt compelled to need to do something for her and for other kids around the world. So I put together a little art kit for her, and it really made her day, and that's been the inspiration behind trying to do it for more kids. So the money that I'm asking for is going to go towards creating these kits for children and sending it to them. I'm trying to raise $5,000, which would amount to 100 kits. Each kit costs about $50 to make, and I'm really trying to make sure that these are amazing kits for children with really good quality art supplies. I myself have a fine arts background, so I know what good quality art supplies are, and I don't want to compromise on that. Quite often the children that do receive gifts from charitable organizations don't always receive the best quality stuff, and I really want to make sure that that's a high priority. So that's why the $50 price point is there, times 100, so $5,000 is what I'm trying to raise today. These kits would include a variety of resources, including sketchbook and paints and a variety of coloring materials, stickers, and I'm really putting a bunch of effort into making sure that the experience from the point that they get this package to the point where they're making art is empowering and exciting and delightful for these kids, and gives them the opportunity to work through what they're going through and empower them to feel like a kid again too. You know, they still are children even though they're dealing with really adult challenges. So what else do I want to say? My plan is to, purchase the materials. I've already been able to locate manufacturers and know the products that will work best, purchase those materials, assemble these kits, and then deliver them to children with the need for art therapy purposes. Timelines on this right now, I'd love to get started as early as 2018 and trying to deliver 10 kits a month to kids so that by the end of the year we could potentially move and do more and raise more funding to help out these children. An important thing to note about the kits is that I'm including a spirograph. If you might not be familiar with them, I had one as a child. It essentially allows you to make patterns, and it really reduces the barrier to entry for kids that don't feel like they're artistic. and allows them to really create these beautiful mandalas that they can then color in. So a child receiving these kits doesn't need to be artistic in any sense. They can really get into just the creation of art for therapeutic purposes and to help them work through that process. And these kits are also designed so that they can take them to go with them, because often there are challenges that families face when trying to access art therapy resources, mainly being the cost, because they can be quite costly, $80 to $100 for one single session, and they need to be scheduled. And if you are a family member or a child that is dealing with some form of childhood illness, you know that cost can be a challenge. Financial strain is quite common, and that predictability of mood and energy is also a challenge. Having to work around a schedule of an art therapist isn't always ideal, and then ultimately the children are the one that pay the price for that because they don't have these artistic outlets. So these kits are designed so that they can take them with them wherever they need and have that outlet available to them. So that's about me, and that's about this cause. I wish this video was a little bit more professional and polished, but it comes from the heart, and I hope that you join me on this mission. So thank you. Bye.